Hi guys, this is Mary, and today I want to talk to you about all the books I've bought recently. So this is a book haul, baby. You'll see that in this book haul, I've bought a lot of books that I've already read before, either from my library or on audiobook format. Since I utilize my library a lot, I do not own all the books I love. Over time, I like to acquire the books that I know I've read, I know I love, and that way I know that in my collections there are mostly books I love. I sometimes take guesses and buy books because they seem fun, and I take guesses on them, and worst case scenario I will give them to charity when I'm done with them if I don't like them. So the first book I bought is Recursion by Blake Crouch. So I read Dark Matter. I own the physical copy of this one. I loved it, and I listened to the audiobook of this one when it came out, and I loved it. I even preferred this one over Dark Matter, but hey, in the premise of this one is that people start going cuckoo out of nowhere. This is the story that has a trope of people going back into time, trying new things, and trying to see if their choices will impact the future differently. And you're following mainly two characters, a woman and a male, as they go through the story. It's a sci-fi thriller. It's excellent. I don't want to give out too much because I feel like those books are so much better if you don't know much before going into it. Just know that if right now you don't want to read anything related to epidemic, I wouldn't read this one right now, but otherwise, if you don't mind, it's very good. The next book I bought, I have to admit, I bought it because of Instagram. People are going crazy with that one, and I want to know what's going on. Plus, it's Valentine's Day soon, so that book is From Blood and Ash. This is a chunky one, and as I said, I bought it because of the internet. The only thing I know is that we're following that maiden that's going to get married, but I think that she doesn't want to, or something like that. And I know it's a I think that she's going to have some intimacy with her guard, if I'm not wrong. So I mean, Valentine's Day is coming soon. I won't be able to go to a nice dinner, so that's the perfect excuse to stay in and read a steamy one. I think it's supposed to be steamy. We'll see. The next one, I've already talked about this one, but I bought Jade Dwarf by Fonda Lee. I read Jade City last year, and it was one of my favorites here, not only of 2020, but all time. This series so far has everything for me to like it. There's martial art, there's magic, there's two opposite clans that are going against each other. It's excellent, and I recommend it. If you like anything with action, you should go into it. The next one I bought is The Empress of Salt and Fortune. That one is super short. I bought it because the cover is pretty and I don't want to know too much about it because it's only 100 pages long, but it seems like to be kind of a tale. I'll be able to tell you more when I'll read it. The next one I bought is Sword of Kaigen, and this one is by an indie author, and we're following a character that's trying to learn the swords technique of his family, and he's trying to protect his family lands, if I'm not wrong. Again, I'll know more when I read it. I'm not the best at giving summary before reading books because I don't want to know much. But this one I bought because I heard a lot of people on BookTube talking about it, and since it's by an indie author, I thought, I might enjoy it. And you know, one of my favorite mangas when I was growing up was Rurouni Kenshin, and I also really like anything with what was that anime that I watched? This one. That anime, me and my friends were going cuckoo over it in high school. So all that to say that, I mean, I'm all for swordsmanship. It's going to be in my alley, I'm pretty much sure about it. After that, Last month, I talked about the fact that I listened to The Bear and the Nightingale, and I loved it. So I bought a physical copy to own. I don't know if I'm going to read the next one as a physical copy or if I'm going to get the audiobook from my library. But either way, I have the first one, so if I ever want to reread it, I have it. I think I'm going to tab this one, so that's why I wanted to have a physical copy of it. This is the story of Vasya, which is discovering slowly that she has witch's power in a world where witches aren't seen as good people. It's inspired by a Russian tale. Next in line is one of my favorite books of all time. I really liked it. I read it as audiobook again last year, and it's my favorite read of 2020. I'm pretty much sure, and I'm talking about The Vanishing Half by Ennett. This was excellent. This is a multi-generational story where we're following two twins as they are going through their lives in very different ways. Each one of them are taking very different choices for themselves, and you see how that doesn't just impact them but also impacts their child. So this is super good, super interesting, and the ending was so bittersweet. I really liked it. I highly recommend it. The best thing about this novel for me was the ending, seeing how the kids had such different endings and they were highly influenced by the choices made by their mother before them. And yeah, very good. The next one, I'm taking a guess with this one. It might not be that good. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but I bought East by Edith Batu. One of my favorite series of all time is His Dark Material by Philip Pullman. And this is the first volume. This is The Golden Compass. And this is the edition I had as a kid. So Lyra on the polar bear. And I mean, there's vibes there. I might not like it as much as this one because of nostalgia. I don't think I will like anything more than this series ever, but man, it's very similar. So it's literally the reason why I bought it. I don't know anything more about it. I saw it's a used copy that I got on Amazon, and it was like very cheap, so I thought, why not? I think it has kind of a chosen one trope in this one. I can't wait to see if it's any good. If it's as good as His Dark Material, I'll always be buying books with girls with prayers on it for sure. The last two ones I bought were, again, a series I read last year. Well, I read the first one on audiobook, and that's An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I read this one on audiobook last year. Thought it was fun enough for me to like reread it if I want something quick and fun. And since I read that one, I thought, I want to pick a torch against the night quickly, so I have this one too. And I know that not everybody is fan of people on covers, but I don't know, there's something with those covers that I just can't. They're so pretty. I love them. This is the story of Elias and Laia, which are on opposite sides of society in a Roman-inspired fantasy world. And they have different reasons for just joining paths and starting a journey together. And at the point where I'm at, they're starting their journey together, and they've been brought together in An Ember in the Ashes. And I think that in this one, it's going to expand the world a lot. So now I've got this one to read. I hope to read it this year. It's in my series I want to continue in 2021. So that's it. Those were all the books I bought recently. Comment down below if there's anything that is related to the one that I just bought that you think I might like. And otherwise, I'll see you in my next one next week. Bye.